はい、皆様おはようございます。こんにちは。こんばんは。ごきげんよう。本イベント最後のタイトル、マリオカードワールドになります。こちら解説の方いらっしゃっておりません。まあ、なんとなくで見れるタイトルや気がするので、楽しみながらね、最後、見ていきましょう。
Sidestepper's got $10. That was all me, but I know I'm not the only Sidestepper fan out there. Nabbit's got $30. Shy Guy on 131 and leading the race right now, if you will, as I mean, we are playing a racing game, I suppose.
こちら、未だに手元に、スイッチ2が来ていない人間のため、すごいふわふわした話になると思いますが、よろしくお願いします。
Or you're in fourth right now in the character bid war, but every little donation adds up. Every little $5 here, $10 there.
もう来るのは決まってるので、全然ね、なんともないんですが。はい、レイドありがとうございます。現在、ファッセストファーズフォールフェスト2025の様子を配信しております。現在、本イベント最後のタイトル、マリオカートワールドの待機時間中です。もう少々、ご勘弁していただけたらと思います。
I'm getting the wonderful, perfect word that we are ready for Helix and Mario Kart World, all 30 tracks. Please take it away.
はい、画面の方も来ましたね。
Helix, 30 tracks, yeah, it's all 30 of them, the standard tracks, none of the intermissions, none of that, all the standard tracks. Before we go,
コメントでいただいてはいますが、今回の全30コースでいいのかな ?30 コースのタイムアタック、タイムトライアルをやっていくようらしいです。クラシックスっていうこともあるので、今までのマリオカートみたいな感じのVS レースだからタイムアタックではないのかな。ただコンピューターがいないからほぼ実質タイムアタックみたいな感じなのかな。で、確かキャラクターのビットウォーがあったはずですね。なんだっけ、バサバサだっけ。かわいいね。
The bat signal, that's so good.
Yeah. So this is
VS レースなのにコム表示とかできるんだね。
It's like time trials with extra steps. It's good, I promise. It just allows me to focus on the driving, focus on doing all the cool shortcuts. I don't have to worry about blue shells or red shells or any of that. It is 30 tracks, but I'm only doing 16 for now because after this first set of 16, we'll have another opportunity to switch character, and there will be one more opportunity to switch character right before the final track as well, which, spoiler alert, that will be Rainbow Red. So yes, these settings are all correct. Alright, go ahead and start on Whistle Stop Summit. There's, like, kind of a reason for this. So, map movement is important, right? And so I don't want to start, like, right next to
なんだと引き続きね、最新タイプが出てくるので、新鮮な気持ちで見れる方も多いでしょう。
Time will start when I hit A on start race here on this OK button. So on go, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
はい、
Thank you. I'm
ドラ
gonna
ッ
need
グ
it.
です。
This first shortcut is something. This track is ridiculous. Okay. Let's see. What goes on in this game? What are things that happen in this game?
Well, we have item boxes.
Alright, item boxes are still here. The general start boost that you may know and love from past Mario Kart games is still here. You know, there's drifting, there are mini turbos, there are tricks off of ramps and things like that, but there's also rail grinding. I on the rail there, that was new. And charge jumps is going to do here. Oh, I have smart steering.
Uh-oh.
Because I was practicing paddle.
補助輪がついてましたね。
My estimate is it accounts for this, don't worry.
We're good.
あれですね、マリオカート8デラックスから ついてたアシスト
So,
機能がついてましたね。
it is important to
ついてちゃう
select
と、
a car that has high
まあ、コース
acceleration
外、コース外に出れなくなっちゃうので、まあ、初心者には優しいけど、
completely forgot I had
ショートカットをバンバン決めたい
Why-
上級
why did
者
I jump、over
まあ
that?
中級者、上手い人たちに
No
は
wonder.
ちょっとむしろ遅くなっちゃうの
That's
で
a little teaser
って感じですね。
for perhaps the all question mark channels run if we hit
稀によくありますね。
seven-
間違
sorry,
ってついてちゃうのは。
that's a big number. $17,500 raised for Trans Lifeline. I used smart steering in that run, so maybe that makes you want to see it a little bit more. So without smart steering on, I can do this. Charge jump and wall ride between this.
壁を走りたかったんですね。
That was added in this game along with rail grinding. And then here comes just a stupidly hard skip. That was going horrible in practice, but we'll see if I can hit it. Almost. Okay, I'll get another 2 attempts at it. It's fine. So items, let's talk about those. Specifically coins. Coins are important because at 20 coins total, that is the maximum amount of coins, I get a speed boost of about 5%. That may sound negligible, but most tracks in this game are like 2-ish minutes long, and 5% of 2 minutes is a whole 6 seconds. So it's actually pretty significant. So I want to make sure that I am getting coins, and items will help me do that. I'm only going to get first place item boxes, so coins, bananas, green shells, rarely mega horns, feathers, and coin blocks. Let's go for the shortcut one more time. Okay, I thought that was better,
Close.
but
Instead of
I
going
don't-
down with that billboard, she's aiming to go up and
Yeah.
kind of wrap around the inner center of that
It's-
last tight turn. It's very precise to go for, and one of the harder tricks to get down when you're
It's very
starting to learn
strange.
this track in general for either online or for cases like 30 tracks.
it's very strange, and it was not going well at all in practice when I was in like the setup rooms. So I might rewind a couple of times to try it if I miss it here, just to try and show it off. I have time in my estimate. I'm not particularly worried about that. Really? I thought that was gonna work. So
Well, now we can talk
also,
about
you can
rewinding.
rewind. Yeah, exactly.
これは
There it is.
And there it
Nice.
is.
Eh,
Second
There
try.
it is. That's how
リワイ
it
ンド
looks.
で
It's
し
like
た
a
っけ
whopping
ね。
2 seconds, you know, if
ちょ
you
っと
don't.
戻して
So yes, rewinding in
ショー
this
トカット
game
やり直す
is
と
a thing that you can do by holding down on the D-pad in any single player
かわ
mode.
いいね。
It's just really helpful, especially for practice. Especially for practice. It's super nice, and that will be used liberally in all question mark panels once we reach that goal. I'm saying when we reach that goal because I have confidence in you, chat, that we will reach it. Can we get an update on where we're at regarding that, actually?
We are sitting right now at $15,260, which means we need about $2,240 more dollars, and every little bit is going to add up here.
That's doable. That's totally doable. I have seen this community do some incredible things, and I have no doubt that this is well within your capabilities. Oh, here's a feather. That's funny, because that's not really particularly useful on this track. Feather gives you a bit of a hop, and it's very, very good on certain tracks, and I'm actually going to use it. Oh, okay. I can...
Oh, bonk.
I
At least
can
you landed in the
bonk
water. The
ball.
water is not terrible. Like, it's not considered off-road in this game, so you can kind of just, like, glide over it.
Yeah, I'm going for a shortcut there. What happened there, and why I tried to use the feather to save it, was I released my Super Mini Turbo too early. I need that Mini Turbo boost to have enough speed in order to do that shortcut. And so I released it too early, didn't have enough speed. The rest is history. So we're gonna try it again right here. I'm gonna hold this boost for a little bit longer, and then get a charge jump. There we go, that should work. Okay, it wasn't perfect. I went a little bit wide left there. I'm gonna try to cut that a little bit more to the right on this final lap here if I can. Dodge the friends. Obstacles in this game don't show up too terribly much, I feel like. At least in...
Yeah, a lot of them get added with the Kamek Orb, that
yeah.
item that's new to Versus Mode and new to this game in general, where Kamek will just show up, turn everybody into a specific creature from the Mario
There we
world.
go. That's
Very
how that's
nice.
supposed to look.
But
Yeah,
since we're
Kamek
playing
Orb is really
solo,
cool. You will not be seeing it.
Yep.
Onto a Mario Bros. Circuit. This is a track in which I actually really would like the feather, so I'm going to cycle items as much as I can, try to pull the feather here. I don't have the probabilities of pulling each item because this game is so new, we can't really data mine it or anything, so you're just gonna have to trust me when I say it's more rare than some of the other items.
Thought they were all 50-50. You get it or you don't get it.
True, you know what?
Real. Banana is basically useless in this category. It's actually slightly detrimental. I have to make sure I throw this somewhere where I won't accidentally run into it later. And similarly with the green shell, I have to make sure I throw it in a way that it won't ricochet off a wall and hit me. Okay, no feather for this one, but that's okay. We'll get one more lap to try and get a feather. Ooh, okay, land on that.
Nice.
Hop over to this rail. Just a little cheeky shortcut there. I would love to jump over those tires and take that rail to my left and cut that turn a bit tighter, but like I said, I need a feather for that. Or a mushroom, but I can't get mushrooms in first place, so pretty much every shortcut that you're gonna see, if it's not from a feather, it is what is known as a NISC. That stands for No Item Shortcut, N-I-S-C. We'll have one more opportunity to pull a feather from this item set. Thankfully, this is a double box. No feathers. It's alright, it happens.
A hack.
Getting a lot of shells and bananas, which are like the worst things to get, because also that means I'm not getting coins, and I want more coins to go faster. Here's coins.
Hey, there you
That's
go.
good.
Oh, cool.
And then that little purple mini turbo was the highest level of mini turbo I can get. In ultra mini turbo, you might hear me call it a UMT. The level below that, the orange sparks are a super mini turbo or SMT, and a level 1 mini turbo, the blue sparks, is just MT mini turbo.
Speaking of coins, do I have a chance to squeeze in a couple of coins for the charity?
I think so. I was just thinking, like, I wonder what track is after this. I think there's time. Give me like 10 seconds to make sure it's not something I need to like yap about, but I think you're gonna be good. Let's give me one right now while I wait to get to this next track.
One right now? Alright, well, Keltran Ferret donates $5 towards Sidestepper for the bid war, sneaking up, and says, all aboard the Dono train!
Yeah, Shy Guy Bazaar is... There's a little bit to talk about here with rail grinding and stuff, but honestly, you're fine to read it. There's 3 laps, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay, cool, because we had another donation come in from a certain Timberwolf Trading for $161, and they say, over 15K, let's go! Huge shout outs to Timberwolf Trading. Be sure to take a few minutes to shop our brand new Fall Fest 2025 merch collection at Timberwolf Trading all weekend long. We have 5 new shirts, as well as an amazing assortment of stickers and art prints, all created by artists from the Fastest First community. And a portion of each sale of these items will be donated directly to Trans Lifeline, and worldwide shipping is available. This collection will only be available to the end of the marathon, which is 1 run, maybe 2.
I was gonna say, that's not much longer.
So make sure you don't miss out. Use the command !merch in chat for the link to the event store, or visit timberwolftrading.ca/pages/fastestfurs.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of time to do that. This is, hopefully not the last run, but perhaps the second to last run. Anyway, yes, Shy Guy Bazaar, lots of rail grinding. This track is becoming one of my favorites. It's, like, oddly technical. I did not like it that much in the first game it appeared in, which... Is it Mario Kart 7? Ooh, I really wish that jump.
Yeah, this jump is like... That jump is
Weird.
secretly
Weird.
evil. It's very unintuitive at first, but once you figure it out, it's much easier to get. But learning that one at first, again, is one of like the harder tricks to get going with.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just a precise timing thing to make that jump from rail to rail. Yeah, it's becoming one of my favorite tracks in this game. It's just so fun to drive in this game with all the rails and such. I really like the new mechanics. It's the whole reason I play this game as much as I do. We are almost done with it. I should probably put my splits up so I actually know what tracks are coming up. That might be a good thing for me to do between tracks, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now.
It could be handy. Speaking of
Just
tracks,
a little bit. I do need to make sure I'm mashing here, though. Past these result screens. Alright, it's Wario Stadium. For obvious reasons, you know, just mashing A to get past those screens as quickly as possible. Don't want to be sitting there On to race number 5. Remember, this bid war for the character is still open. Donate to the bid war, which also donates toward the milestone for all question mark panels. It's also just, you know, a donation toward Trans Lifeline. So it's like a triple win. You get a lot of good things out of that one.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of all sorts of tracks, so what would you say your favorite track is in this game? And chat, feel free to chime in with a donation about what your favorite Mario Kart track is, whether it's here or all time, too. I want to hear all sorts of interesting opinions.
My personal favorite is Boo Cinema. You'll see. You'll see why.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
It's-
I'm between two, personally. I'm between Rainbow Road, just because I love the visuals. It's like really pretty, and it was my first experience with the Switch too. So like you kind of got to see what the console was capable of, and it's just really pretty. And then probably to drive, it's honestly probably Shy Guy Bazaar. I really like that track to drive it.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gushing about it. It's very fun to drive in this game. There are a couple tracks in this game that I did not like in previous iterations that I absolutely love in this game. Sky High Sunday is another one.
Yeah, they did a really good job updating a lot of these tracks. Wario
There we
Stadium's
go,
another one. I really like all the rail grinds in this one. It's really fun.
I agree. I do not get that many items on this track. I think this is the fewest items I get on any track, which means coins are rather difficult to come by. I'm probably not hitting 20 coins here, which is a little bit unfortunate because that one... I'll try to point it out when I get there. There's one particular part that I really need as much speed as possible for, and if I'm low on coins, it makes it pretty hard. It's not this jump. Oh, I missed the rail there again. It's fine, that's not that big of a deal. It does mean I get another item box here, so that's helpful.
Yay, more coins.
It's this right here. I really want to be going as fast as I possibly can, just to make sure this wall ride makes it all the way up to this rail. You might remember I missed it on lap 1. But there we go. Yeah, ending this pretty straightforward. I believe it is Airship Fortress next, which is honestly yet another technical track with a lot of rail grinds. The designers of this game, you might notice, really liked to put rails kind of high up
64
and
の
on the
マリオ
inside of turns.
ワリオスタジアムが
And
こんな
that
感じになる
ends
な
up
ん
being
て
very, very
おじさんびっ
difficult
くりですね。
to cut a lot of turns by taking those rails. And so you're gonna see this also here on Airship Fortress. Which, by the way, I'm so glad they brought this track back. It was long overdue.
Yeah.
Hold A.
I'm looking forward to the
right
next
after.
one. Bowser's Castle is a really cool one. Uh-oh.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Never happened. It never happened.
Never happened.
No.
It's very easy to do that, actually. But yes, here's those rail grinds I was talking about. Nice and clean. Squeeze out an Ultra Mini Turbo here. Grab some coins, that's nice. Oh, my cycles are going to be off because I had to rewind. Tracks in this game, everything that is on a cycle in these tracks is a consistent cycle. So, if I hadn't used a rewind, I would have been on a pretty good cycle there, but I have to maybe do a little bit of improv because of that.
Yeah, rewind
but with
only changes your character's position. It doesn't reset the rest of the world around you. So like any of those bullet bills that are currently going by will continue going by. Any cars in the way, if you're playing in like free roam or something, or any other world objects like that will not reset. So you will just kind of like have to adapt sometimes. That comes into play a lot more in free roam.
Yes. But the last lap of this is more of the same. So if there are any more announcements, any things to say?
Hold on just a moment here. Couple things. I just want to say, I mean, we were talking about all the merch there, and we would also really like to thank all of our community artists whose art you might see on all that merch, who donated their time and talent to create much of the fantastic art you're seeing on stream, on the merch offerings, all over the place. A huge thank you goes out to Autumn Wyvern, Flux, Freckles, JD Puppy, Ka, LC Skeleton, Reddick, Rotem, and Apple Sky. All wonderful beings, and providing some very, very entertaining stuff. Like, all of the new emotes that we have for this marathon, all the fast food emotes, if you remember the wars from Friday night, that I was definitely not instigating in any way. The question has been posed to me, donate and tell me which one of our new versions of fast food sponsors do you think would sponsor, say, Swoop here.
That's a good bit. I like that bit.
Good bit.
Alright, on to Bowser's Castle. Swimfly was hyping this one up. This has some absolutely ridiculous skips in it. It's one of the flashiest tracks in the entire run. Hopefully it goes well. It is difficult. You're gonna see the first skip coming up right about now. Little turn skip here, bounce off this sign, and got it. Alright.
Very
Oh,
nice.
That makes use of what I like to call an object boost. If you charge a jump or otherwise just like air trick into an object, certain signs like poles, things of that nature, you'll get a little bit of a bounce off of it, and that is crucial for that. I completely whiffed that skip. Whoops.
Oh.
That's alright, 2 more attempts at it. Not that big of a deal. I did lose some coins for it though. Lost some time, lost some coins, but that's okay. Not a big deal. It's more time to raise. Oh, I'm sorry, Swoop. My
coins.
bad. I've never actually had that hit me, so we can go ahead and make that's never happened before memes now. I
Yeah.
always have known that it was a possibility, but I've never actually been on a cycle where it would hit me, so that's new.
The thing has been said.
The thing has in fact been said. I wouldn't be surprised if we get more of that this run. This game is funny. More reason to donate for all question mark panels. I've absolutely practiced that more than I have this run. It's a more difficult run. It is just strictly, I think, it is more difficult. At least with the strat set that I go for. All panels, for those
There
who
we
don't
go.
know, is, and yeah, there's a good demonstration of that second turn skip. All question mark panels is collecting all of those, all the collectible question mark panels in free roam. There are 150 of them, 5 per track, except for Crown City, which has 10. And it is an extremely fast-paced speedrun. I can collect all 150 of them in just over 28 minutes if I play at like a... Are
あ、
you kidding me? Really? If I play at like a
こ
top
こ
So,
バナンザでも
it's
ソニックでも見た動きなんだよな。
ridiculously very difficult, very, very strat dense. It is nothing like any Mario Kart run you've seen before. I can almost guarantee you that. So, I encourage you to keep those donations coming. Let's hit that milestone because you do not want to miss that run.
All panels is insane. The open world kart racer platformer is so much fun to watch.
I also have to talk for like 15 minutes straight because there's so much to explain in that run and not enough
Yup.
time to explain it all. It's really funny. So also, if you would like to hear me speak even more and genuinely like have a commentary challenge, that's another reason to donate.
Well, hey, the good news is we're getting a few steps closer. I had a $100 donation from Dragon Roast Coffee come on through. They say, we have made it to the final stretch. Let's finish strong with some big donations for Trans Lifeline. Thank all of you beautiful people that have donated so far, and thank you Team Fastest First for putting on a wonderful show. Hashtag Trans Rights.
Right.
Trans
Heck
rights.
yeah. Right.
That-
Dragon's Burnout is a pretty cool track. I really like the design of this one. Although there isn't too terribly much going on, speedrun-wise, driving-wise. So you were about to say something. I'll let you finish.
I was gonna say, that does bring us under 2,000 to go. We're sneaking up on it, but we need everyone's help. Bit by bit, as a team, we can all make it there.
I believe. This run's gonna go on. It's gonna finish faster than you think. So don't hesitate. It's really easy to get, engrossed in a speedrun, and then all of a sudden it's over, and you hadn't donated, and if you hadn't gone and gotten your merch, don't miss your chance. I wish I
can't
knew where
count.
to use this feather.
I can't count the number of times it's already happened to me this weekend, sitting there watching a run, and it's over.
Yep.
Can you skip the lava at the end with that feather?
Maybe I can try. I tried that before and it didn't go well, but for the sake of
We try it
marathon,
again.
and for the sake
Surely
of
it works
science-
this time.
Yeah, it doesn't really make it.
There close
might
enough.
be a way to do that if I like actually practice it. That's one of the things I really need to work on, I think, with this category is learning feather cuts, because they're harder to practice, right? Because you're not going to get feathers in time trial, and I practice primarily in time trials. So like I could maybe go in the free roam mode and grind for a feather and then use it that way. The rewind would help out at least, but yeah, it's a more difficult thing to practice. Final lap of Dry Bones Burnouts. I'm
So used to saying dry bones crash out.
Dry Bones Crash Out. There's more. I have more funny names for tracks like that. Shout out to Mad Maldez. If you
Yeah.
know the meme, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. Acorn Heights is next. That's an important one. There is a really cool skip on Acorn Heights. Another Nisk. No item shortcut.
I keep
We're gonna
thinking
be
about the
moving
favorite
along.
track thing, and then we just keep finding tracks that I really like driving in this game. They're so good.
Turns out there are a lot of good tracks in this game.
Whoa.
And this is why I'm running this category and not the intermission tracks. It's because there's so much attention to detail and so much care put into the main tracks in this game that I feel like they're just miles ahead of the intermission tracks. Not that the intermission tracks are necessarily bad. I just autopiloted to all panels muscle memory and I almost went out of bounds.
I was wondering
That's-
why you were on the left side of the road.
Yeah, my bad. Please donate so that's not in vain. Oh, this big skip's really important. So I'm gonna wall ride on this, hold decelerate so I can slow down just enough, shake my controller to squeeze out an air trick there, and then wall ride again. And that
Very
skips
nice.
a whole thing that I'm supposed to have a mushroom for. You'll see me hopefully do that 2 more times. It is important that I hold decelerate there to slow down enough to have time to squeeze out that mid-air trick before the last wall ride. Especially if I have more than a couple of coins. Because it is possible to go too fast, not have time to get out that trick, and then you just bonk the wall and then you're really sad. So, we don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna do it again right now, get on here, wall ride, start holding decelerate, trick again, wall ride again, motion trick, there we go.
You can actually also go on top of the leaf that kind of covers that house area, and it's really cool because there's just a lot of like out of bounds-esque areas that like in other games might have just like Lakitu might have just picked you up and put you back on the course, but there's a little more room for freedom in this game, which is really cool.
Lakitu is a little bit annoying in this game. There are some shortcuts that I would love to do that Lakitu says no to, but it's definitely a lot better than in Mario Kart 8.
I was gonna say it's not perfect, but it's better.
It's absolutely better. And I mean, if you want to see the ultimate freedom, no Lakitu anywhere in sight, all question mark panels. You know what to do.
True.
All question mark panels was that sounds awesome. We should get to see that.
I agree. How can we see that? I heard there was something going on, a way for us to see that.
Yeah, if we hit $17,500 total in donations to Trans Lifeline, we get more marathon. We get to see Helix just being even more incredible. We did get a few more donations in that are pushing us in that direction. If we got time for a couple.
Shout out to my favorite track, Boo Cinema. It's really fun to drive. I don't think there's actually too much to explain though. So yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely. Dangerous donates $24 towards Nabbit in the bid war. It says favorite Mario Kart World track. Shout out to Question Block Ruins. Good luck, Helix.
Good pick. Thank you. Congrats on your Bonanza run, by the way, Dangerous.
It was very fun to watch. Argo Water donates $10 and also towards Nabbit and says, as a fellow collectibles enjoyer, I would love to see this run happen. They did a run of, I have just blanked on the name of it. But it was all otters on microphone.
That's awesome.
They say, let's do all the things. We also had $50 from Autopoom towards Shy Guy. Dishonored, that was it. I'm so sorry I blanked on that. I'm so sorry. Autopoom donates $50 towards Shy Guy and says, I demand more marathon. Also, please play as my literal child, Shy Guy. Please, I must see Shy Guy, who is, again, my literal child.
Okay, I'm gonna step in here and say I'm actually on the Shy Guy train. Swoop is getting their time, and I love them. But now I think it's time for Shy Guy, because Shy Guy is the only character in this bid war that actually has additional outfits in this game. And there's a particular Shy Guy outfit, the snowboarding one, that I think would just be really fun to show off. So I am now switching allegiance to Shy Guy. I'm sorry, Swoop, I love you, but snowboarding Shy Guy is too good.
Time for another one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I am going to mangle the notes in this one, but Rudy the Wolf donates $5 towards Swoop to keep this battle going and says, and there's 150 I wanna see. To watch an all-panel speedrun is my destiny. Thank you so much for that. Ooh, we are less than 2,000 away from that all-panels run. Again,
Creeping ever
every
closer.
little bit adds up.
And we have now come to the end of Boo Cinema. That track is just, it's so fun. There's so many little things that go into it. Like there's the reels rotating and, you know, driving on those when they're rotating with the direction I'm going. There's a little wall ride thing at the end just to go a little bit faster and like do an object boost off of the start line like post. Lots of motion tricks, lots of rail grinding. It's just so cool. I love that track so much. Aesthetically, it's incredible. I think it's a really great design. It's maybe not the most exciting track, certainly not the most exciting track in this run, but overall, aesthetics plus gameplay, I think it's a lot of fun. Very enjoyable. Speaking of a track that has absolutely stellar aesthetics, Starview Peak is absolutely one of them.
Really pretty one with nothing going on.
Yeah, there's like pretty much nothing happening here though, gameplay wise. A feather is interesting, I think. This might be a bad idea. I think no, that worked. That worked to my advantage. I think there is one thing to note, and it's that I get to drive on the side here to not be in the water. Being in the water is kind of slow, so if I drive on the side, it's a little bit faster. Also, that ending section there is a section where the game kind of artificially gives me an increase in speed. I'm just like constantly boosting, but the effects of like mushrooms, if I were to ever get one, and mini turbos, those still do matter. Yeah. With that said, Ian Keith, if you have anything else to say, go for it.
Number one, I was going to say, imagine getting mushrooms in a speed run. That would be like handy and helpful. No, bananas and horns, please. Number two, taking a look at the character bid war, things are getting spicy. Aura Dragoness donates $100 and says, guess what? Nabbit's back!
Ooh,
and that puts us in a very interesting spot. So we still got my boy Sidestep is still hanging in there, got $15. Nabbit is at 164. Swoop is at 191. What the heck happened? Shy Guy just jumped into a very large lead. Shout out to TK Wolf with a $200 donation.
Whoa.
Cheers to Fastest Furs and all the amazing work you do for Trans Lifeline. You're going so fast, I think you deserve a 200cc boost. I'd vote Bowser if I could, but Shy Guy will have to be a standout.
Fair enough. I can't wait until they add 200cc to this game. I hope they do. It's not confirmed. Heavy speculation, but surely they will eventually, right? Surely. Yes. So we're actually what race was that? I'll be able to tell in a second here. That was race number 11. So 5 more races, and then I'm switching character to whoever happens to be in the lead at that time. So
I never noticed you only get 1 point when playing alone.
It's very good.
Awesome. It's so good.
It's very good. But yes, if Shy Guy is still in the lead after race number 16, then I will be switching down. I put out the call for Shy Guy and it was answered, so I'm personally quite happy about that. But we'll see if Shy Guy can defend his lead from the other challengers.
It wasn't just answered.
どうやらキャラクタービット王はまだ完全に締め切ってないようで、多分この16コース1回全部やったらもう1回キャラクター選択で、このままいけば 兵法が選ばれそうですね。
Yes, and it
Very
is so
bright.
much better in this
他
game
の、
than it was in
ビ
that.
ット王の候補は、
Significantly better. I think a lot of it is the rails, but
サイドステッパーとトッテンがいます
I
ね。
think it's just better made
だから
overall.
兵法
I
と
think
バ
the
サバサと
collision as
そ
a
の2
whole
体
is
4人で
mapped
ビット
better.
をされて
I
て、
think it looks better. The rails certainly help out a lot. There's no weird anti-gravity going on like there was in Mario Kart 8.
まあ兵法に
It's still awkward to play.
381ドル入ってます
the
ね。
track in Mario Kart 8 was just
さっきまで
It was the whole track.
right.
You were in
yeah.
anti-grav the whole time in Mario Kart 8. It was really weird. Also, we get to do this.
160ドルぐらいだったはずなのに、
That little turn skip there. I
い
don't
つの間にか
know what to do with this feather. For the fans, I should try and find something to do with it. We'll see if I can come up with anything.
コメンテーターの方がシャイガイって言ってたのはおそらく
I mean, not
まあ
like, but
寄付した人が
I like
兵法好きだから選んでくれみたいな寄付コメントを
actually gave me a lot more hype than I was
書いて
expecting.
たから
I don't know if
読
it's
み上げてた
faster,
のか
but
も
it
ですね。
wasn't slow, at
It
least.
wasn't slower. That's what matters.
So I'll take
It looked
it.
cool.
It
It
did.
looked cool.
Exactly.
You know.
We take those. One more turn skip here. You can really cut that wide, or wide, the opposite of wide. You can cut that very, very close, very acute, to steal some terminology from the Bonanza round that we just had.
Whoa.
Take an acute angle. Alright. We are now moving on to Wario Shipyard. This is
やっ
primarily
ぱり今のはアイスビルディングなんだ。
I don't love, frankly, water is like my least favorite thing in this game to deal with. But it's not too bad. Especially like there's so much going on this track that you're not actually in water too terribly often. So I'm gonna charge a jump, use it to bounce off of this palm tree, skip this turn just like this. The nice thing about water is that if you land in it, you'll have an opportunity where you kind of bounce out of it that you can trick. So I will make use of that whenever possible.
So, all of the characters in this game are actually just filled with air.
Oh, yeah, I suppose it could be the carts, maybe.
Could be. Carts are actually like floaties. By the way, do I got time again?
I think so. Yeah, go for it.
We did get another $100 donation from Aura Dragoness, which, by the way, puts us over $16,000.
Awesome.
Let's go. We hit the 16K marker, and Aura says, "Excuse me, I said Nabbit's back."
Oh,
And
okay. My bad. I'm sorry.
Taking a look, Nabbit is on their way back. They're still trailing. Shy Guy's still out in front for that one. We'll have to see which one of them is going to get the help of a couple of our sponsors, Finn and Trout Burger and Starbucks.
No.
Which you can see are. We've also got Burger King and Pizza Mutt, also sponsoring our racers this fine evening as we careen towards our next goal.
Good bit.
There we go.
Alright, there's that, those rail hops as I was looking for. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing about Nabbit, right? Nabbit's whole gimmick in, like, some of the newer 2D Mario games is that they're invincible. So, they cannot be
なんか
killed.
画面下にマイルストーンの情報が書いてありま
They
したが、
absolutely are.
17,000ドル達成すると、
I should probably do that.
何やらマリオカートのボーナスランが追加されるのかな。
Swoop, I've mentioned, is optimal. There are a couple reasons for that, but to get into one of the more important ones,
ちょっと詳細はわからない。
Swoop is in the lightest weight class in the game, meaning that they have the highest acceleration and handling. They also have the highest hidden mini turbo stat. I don't remember if that's tied to acceleration or handling. It's one of the two. If there's anyone more knowledgeable than I am about this game in the chat, please correct me or send in a donation. That'll work too.
We like those.
Yes, and the cart I'm using, Baby Blooper, only exemplifies that. Also very strong in acceleration and handling, while still being no slouch in speed. But yes, that mini turbo stat is incredibly important because it means my boosts will last longer than any other character. So that's important because, you know, I'm trying to be in a boost as much as I possibly can, and between drifting, mini turbos, tricking, charge jumps, rail grinding, wall rides, in a boost very often, and so having those last longer is very, very good to have. This track is very
the wall gonna be
important,
nice?
very
There we
technical.
go.
Here's our first skip, little wall ride up there, cut through the off-road, skip that turn. We can take a wall ride here to cut another turn. I'm gonna get on this rail, trick to the left to get on the wall, trick off the wall, bounce off not one, but 2 trees,
Very
and then cut through the
nice.
off-road once again.
コメント欄では
And that
ロンキーのキャラクターが増えるんじゃないかって話とか
big
してま
shortcut.
すね
It's。awesome. This track is really fun for that.
クルールとか来ても良さそうだなって僕は思ったりはしますね
So。I'm gonna hopefully be doing that 2 more times. I wish I were playing Shy Guy on this track. It'd be very fitting, but that's okay. We'll have more chances to see potentially snowboarding Shy Guy, or potentially Nabbit, or potentially we could even see a come from behind victory from Sidestepper. How are we doing on that bid war?
If Sidestepper wins, I am going to laugh very, very, very hard. Sidestepper, hanging in there, got them $15. We love our boy Sidestepper. Swoop's got $191. Nabbit bursting out into a strong second at 264. Shy Guy, still kind of out in front at 381, but can be chased down at any time. Every, $5-10 here and there can chip away at that lead and get your preferred racer.
あれかな7違う17,500ドルを合計寄付額が17,500ドルいったらどうやらパネルランをやるみたいですねマリオカートワールドの
Let me put it this way. If I'm playing as someone that isn't Swoop and I fail something, I'm definitely gonna blame it on the slightly adjusted stats and
キャラ
not
クター
on
ビット王の
any sort of skill issue whatsoever.
伸びがちょいちょいあるので
Definitely.
It's the game's fault every time.
達成するかどうかって感じでしょうかね
And remember, we are climbing ever closer to that 17,500 milestone to see even more Mario Kart. Not
パネルランは
but also perhaps
確かフリーランモードの
that dense
探索要素の一つ
from
に
a Mario Kart game.
でしたっけ
Alright. Where am I going next? I need to scroll my splits because I actually don't know the name of the track that's coming up. It's Dandelion Depths. Shout out to Parabitty if there are any Parabitty fans in chat, that is the character I will play as during all question mark panels if it's unlocked. So that's actually the reason Parabitty is not a
Character in the bid war.
yes, thank you. My
Cool.
train of thought crashed. Hopefully
You're
my
driving. You're
cart
driving.
does not do that. Yes. Parabitty actually is the same stats as Swoop. They're in the same weight class. But no, you gotta earn your Parabitty by donating. Keep them coming. Dandelion
question.
Depths. Oh, I got a coin block. We've only seen like one, maybe
That's like
two
the
of these.
second one, yeah.
Yeah, it's the most rare item that I can get in first place, and it gives me like 7 coins. It's awesome. But yes, Ian, I think I heard
パネルランのどこまでをやるかは不明ですが
Asking, get this off my screen. Who's gonna donate to give Sidestepper a blue shell? I got faith. My boy Sidestepper, he in there.
しれっとトッテンの
Funny Crab.
Funny crab.
ビットの
Look, if you
数
all
が
play your cards right, we could see 3 of these
264ドル
4
になってます
characters
ね
in total because I'm going to be stopping probably pretty soon here in another couple races.
次選ばれるキャラクターはどっちになるのか
And then again right before Rainbow Road.
急にサイドステッパーくんが
So we could
伸びに
see
伸びる
3
の
of
か
these characters. I'm
こ
really
こも見
interested
逃せないで
to
す
see
ね
what you all can do, chat. Anything else? Any more announcements?
I mean, we are just doing everything we can to push towards every little milestone we can hit. We got what, 1 or 2 more tracks before we change racers, you said?
Something like that. I
think
am
this is
honestly
14, yeah.
I think this is 14, but I'm really
I think
bad
this is 15, actually.
it might I'm really bad at counting.
I think
don't
DK
have
was
the number on
14.
screen with me, so well,
Well,
and
then
what I
for-
should have done was counted before the
Details.
marathon, but I didn't do that. So, that
Imagine
would have been the
being
smart
able
thing to do,
count.
but I didn't do it. No, that's true. It's well known that I actually can't count. I can only count in really specific increments. thanks to
You
monkey
can't-
ball pause frames. So it was gonna come up eventually.
I was gonna make a different joke. I was gonna say count to 1, 2 deluxe.
Yeah, that too. For those who don't know, I actually would maybe be surprised if anyone doesn't know, but I am a very prominent monkey ball speedrunner as well, so it was gonna come up eventually. There's a fly in front of me. Okay. So, how many points do I have? So that was race 15.
Yeah, we got one
so
more.
one more race, and then I'm potentially switching character to whoever is in the lead. Oh, and this is one of the shortest tracks in the entire run, by the way. So if
Those
you
were the
want to
coolest.
donate to any of those characters, you need to do so right now. This track is incredibly short.
さあ、一旦の折り返しコースになり
I
ます
can't
ね。
type. Let's pop that link in the chat because one race to try and change who we're
こ
playing
の後、
as.
キャラクターが
TikTok. But
新
if
たな
we're
もの
still-
に変わります。
Also, surprisingly technical.
Oh, it's so cool. I love this
It's
track. This is one of my favorites to
fun.
drive.
Same.
I keep
just-
saying that. I gotta stop
Yeah.
saying that.
It's almost like the game's good or something.
Whoa.
This
Man, I
is
like this track.
This is 3 SNES Mario Circuit tracks all rolled into one, and it's incredibly fun to drive. There are lots of really cool stuff. You already saw me do a no item shortcut utilizing the wall. There's going to be hopefully 2 more of those. I'm going to charge an Ultra Mini Turbo and just take it through the off-road here. Jump off this, land on the wall. Charge a charge jump just to squeeze out another little tiny boost there, and then here's hopefully the last wall cut. Okay, that was a little weird,
almost
but
close.
it's good
I think it
enough.
worked.
We'll count it. We'll count it. 3 for 3 asterisk. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
3-ish for 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
And then this track is literally just about over. This is the last turn, and there we go. So, okay. I think the game is going to kick me out of versus mode now, because I set it to 16 tracks, and that was the 16th race. So, yeah, I go to next. I haven't actually done this before. Oh wow, I won. Who could have seen that coming? It's almost like I was the
Yay,
only
good job,
player
you
on the
got
track or
first.
something.
My gosh. You're so
I'm so good at the game.
won every single race. Just like it wasn't even close.
It's
Ah.
it's like I was racing by myself out
キャ
there.
ラクタービットを2回目の結
So we're
果
back on
は
the character selection screen. So who is it this time? Are we changing characters? Are we staying as Swoop?
So Swoop has drifted back in the pack down into 3rd place as Literal Sun Shy Guy is at $381 and will be taking
はい、ヘイホーが逃げ切ったようですね。
Here's
Oh,
Shy Guy.
シャイガイ。
Here's Slope Styler Shy Guy. I'm picking Slope Styler Shy Guy.
おめかしした
because
ヘイホ
He has a literal snowboard that he pulls out during some of his trick animations. It's awesome. Okay, Toad's Factory is next. So let's get back into it.
ー。さあ、残り15コースですかね。
For a majority of the cast
Awesome.
outside of the creatures in this game, they all have different cosmetic costumes that you can unlock. Mostly just by getting food, because
Yes,
they
you-
added something called
yeah,
dash
you
food
pick
to
up
this
dash
game. It's
food.
mostly in the Grand Prix and in intermission tracks as well as in free roam. But depending on where you are, it depends on the type of food you get. So like in some places you can get like burgers, stacks of pancakes, chips, and depending on which one you pick up and which character you're playing as, you might be able to unlock new costumes. And yeah, this one's awesome. Shy Guy gets some really cool costumes.
Are you telling me that this game is just DoorDash?
It might be.
Yeah, actually.
It might be DoorDash. You
Picked up
you
some-
drive by and pick up
some
food.
Taco Bell over here.
I think this category is less DoorDash than all question mark panels is.
I think all
but not
question mark panels and knockout tours and
Yeah.
intermissions are definitely the DoorDash categories.
You are not going to see dash food in this category. So if you want to see it, you need to unlock that milestone for all question mark panels, because dash food is not only used in question mark panels. There are certain points where dash food is integral to the run.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not joking.
All right, Chad. You heard the call out. How about let me know where you would pick up your dash food from, your Mario Kart DoorDash from. Are you going to Wendy's? Are you going to Taco Bell? Are you going to Arby's, Finn and Trout, Starbucks, or Pizza Butt? Let me know in a donation.
Let's hear some favorite costumes too. I'm curious. 'Cause there's a lot of differing opinions out there on costumes in this game, on which ones are good, which ones people don't like. I'm very curious.
I'm not production. However, I think it would be funny if we did an impromptu bid war for those food places, especially after the character bid war wraps up. I think that might be funny.
I was gonna say,
I am on
Friday night,
games
yeah.
committee. I do have the authority to propose these things. I'm not production though. We'll see if they agree with me. If I'm out of pocket here, I apologize.
On Friday night, we started our own bid war by keeping track in a notepad file of which fast food place got the most donated to it. We had
So I'm
people
like-
going out and donating their receipt totals. I
That's
would love
entertaining.
that to happen again.
That'd be fun. Add a little spice to life, you know, and to your food. Speaking of Moo Meadows, Mad Maldives.
Yup.
There's actually not
We're back.
that much going on here. Toad's Factory had more going on between some like wall ride not wall ride shenanigans, rail grinding shenanigans. There's not too much.
牛ですね。
So, if there's anything more to say, you just want to, you know, keep having fun.
I got something to say.
Let's hear it.
Aura Dragoness donates $200.
Wow, thank
I
you.
gotta know where
It
this
says-
is going.
And says trans rigs. Also, Nabbit's back.
Nabbit's back, let's go.
I'm scared. Does that put Nabbit in the lead?
I was gonna say, I think that puts him in the lead, right?
Okay.
Nabbit is back out in front.
この牛って、
We have ourselves
確
a
か
battle, and we have
マリオカー
ourselves
トシリーズが初出なはずなので、
$220 so far for trans
マリオカート
rigs.
シリーズからプレイヤブルに参戦って考えると、
That's moved
なん
by
か
like 1,000 since
感慨深いものがある気がしますね。
17,500.
本当か？
17,500. We gotta keep it going, but I know we can do it.
Tylerin also donates $5 towards Shy Guy and says, just want to sneak in a little donation to thank everyone for their hard work this weekend. Well, we want to thank you for that donation.
マリオカートシリーズ以外で見ること
Can we
あんまないけど。
get an update on what the timer is at? I don't have one running on my end right now.
About 47 minutes.
Okay, so there's a little over half an hour left in this run. Probably maybe like 32-ish minutes, which is exactly the estimate for all panels. So you have basically the duration of an all panels run to donate to unlock all panels. Anyway, yes, you have like half an hour, so don't hesitate.
You heard it here, folks.
My PB is a 118, but I'm not gonna get a 118. Spoiler alert, that's not gonna happen. But still.
Well, you did everything first try.
Yeah, of course.
According to Rewind, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Onto Cheap Falls. Another just absolutely beautiful track. This is
Very beautiful, very technical.
especially in all question mark panels. This is one of the most difficult tracks in the entirety of the panel's speedrun. I jump off of a tree. Literally, I jump into a tree and like bounce off of it to jump over a river. I'm not joking. If that sounds absurd, it is, and you need to donate to reach all panels to see it.
Yeah, it's the state of Mario Kart in 2025.
Mario Kart 2025. We're in a tree. Why are we in a tree?
To jump a river.
Stop
This
asking
game is-
questions.
It's so, especially free roam, the freedom of movement, freedom of expression is so fun. I love labbing it. I love doing ridiculous stuff, and all panels gives me a really good excuse to do ridiculous stuff. I'm gonna. Okay, yeah, that
worked.
feather was probably worthwhile. More water driving on this track. You did see a little bit of a Nisk there when I cut that turn. I'll try to point it out when I do it again. I am grabbing these 3 coins because that is helpful. I should probably be paying a little bit more attention to items. Just try and make sure I get as many coins as I possibly can here. Another feather. No, I was gonna try and maybe cut this turn inside with that feather, but I don't think that's a good idea. I really need to learn feather shortcuts. Because it's so weird to describe
so
how
many
often I get
different
a feather.
places.
Yeah. So here's that Nisk coming up again. You can just kind of... Oh, I didn't get my trick. Well, alright. But that's what that looks like if I don't use the feather there, although ideally I have a trick so I get a little bit more of the boost. I don't think that was fast. was
Yeah, the
worth a
feather.
shot.
Depending on how you land with the feather, sometimes it just kind of like cuts your momentum, which is kind of what happened to her there.
It's
Even going underwater would do that.
it's a weird item. It's like not always good. Sometimes it just cuts your speed and then you're sad. You know?
Yeah.
There are specific instances
That's true.
where I get the feather and I'm actively like, I don't want this because I have to now use it to get access to a better item, and I don't know what to do with it.
Can I help make you less sad, maybe?
Yes, absolutely.
We do have a couple more donations. Regal Bash donates $5 and says, "Get in the car. We're going to Olive Garden."
Uh-huh.
Absolutely love it. Also, Nielsen donates
Look, guy.
$15 and says, "Nab it, nab it, nab it." Absolutely love it. Keep them coming. Also, please keep the goofy puns on restaurants coming. I love
Oh.
these. I live on these.
They're somehow they feel appropriate for this game too. I don't know if it's
なん
the
か
dash
気がついた
or
ら
like the world
ビッ
that
トを
the team has
い
created.
つの間にか
They feel appropriate.
Oh, they
トッテンに479ドル入ってますね。
Exactly. So, Salty Speedway has this shortcut, which is very cool. Just some wall ride shenanigans to get up. Grind a rail, grind another couple rails, and we're not done yet because I am going to get on this wall to get on this rail, this wall, cut this turn just a little bit. I missed
サイドステッパー君も愛してあげてほし
try
い。
and get a trick out of it. It's just another very technical track, another one of my favorite tracks to drive because of how technical it is, and because I think that this track in particular has just some really creative routes that you can take. And, you know, case in point, that entire shortcut chain that I just did. It's not something I would have thought of when I first played this track, but then exploring the track and finding out that this
サイドステッパーなの
is
に
so rewarding.
マリオカートでサイドステップしないから
Don't worry about it.
Did you say this?
あんまり票が入ってないのかな。
Salty shortcut?
Salty Speedway, but I might have misspoke. Salty Shortcut's
I
really
might have
good.
missed
now.
it.
That is good.
I like salty
That-
shortcut.
That might be a new split name, thank you.
Yay, I helped.
That shortcut over to my right, I need a mushroom for. So, unfortunately, is not doable. 'Cause otherwise, I
Feather
just...
over those boxes?
Actually, maybe. You know, I hadn't considered that. That might be an option.
Now I want to know.
You can break boxes with a green shell, but only one box at a time. So, oops, I could have used it there. Oh, I got a mushroom out of that.
Mushroom!
What?
Yeah!
Okay, hey, that actually might have been fast. This
ゲーム側がリカバリーを。
game's funny.
We meant to do that.
Yeah. And that.
Yeah, no,
more
that
more
was
time
our
to donate for the milestone.
RNG minute.
True.
Yeah, that too. Can I get a feather? Nope. Yeah, I didn't break all the boxes. Okay. So, how far away are we from reaching that 17,500 milestone?
We are currently $1,260 away.
Alright, so we've made it... Oh, we'll say roughly halfway since this run started.
Which means we're on the clock, everybody. This is race 21 out of 30. So we're 2/3 of the way through. So I would love to see us get this extra run in. It is absolutely incredible to watch. I try not to spoil myself on it so I can sit here slack-jawed, which means I watched about 2 minutes of it to go, oh my good God, is that what we're getting into here? So we want to see this run. Trust me, every little bit.
You really do. I cannot properly describe to you how absurd it is. If you like this, what's happening on your screen right now, and just imagine that turned up to 11, maybe even like 12. It's absolutely unbelievable how jam-packed that run is with strats, especially unique strats that you wouldn't see anywhere else in any other Mario Kart game. And I'm not just saying that. I promise you I'm not just saying that. But the only way to prove it is to meet the milestone.
And we get to go out of bounds. We get to go exploring on all these cool tracks that we don't normally get to because we're trying to get through them as fast as possible. But then we
Yeah,
try to
you
get
get
through
to
them in a
see-
different way as fast as possible, but we still get to see more of them. It's cool.
So many things in this game that you would not otherwise be able to see in any other category. Because they just... This is one of the only categories that's in free roam. Oh, it also starts from a brand new file, so... okay, looking for a green shell here. Excuse me, I need to have some water after this track. And all I got were a bunch of
the
coins. Alright.
coins.
I would have loved to break one of those boxes and taken that shortcut, but that's okay.
This is a reminder to hydrate.
Yes.
Oh, there's the snowboard.
thanks. Yeah, you saw the snowboard for a bit there. My voice is getting scratchy, I really need some water. I think I can have some while I'm mashing at the end of this. What's next? I don't know what's next. I need to scroll my splits too. Okay, water time.
We've got about 9 tracks left, right? And the last one, no spoilers, is Rainbow Road, right?
Yes, exactly. Okay, so Great Question Block Ruins has one of the flashiest shortcuts in the entire run. I think that's the only way I can possibly describe it. It's kind of unbelievable.
It was one of
it's
the
a
first
shortcut.
major cuts that got found and one of the more popular ones. Uh-oh. No
I
way.
am shocked actually that I didn't. There's an actually. It'd be really. I'd have to rewind really far to save that. We're just gonna. It's fine. I'm shocked that I didn't get the rail grind. You magnetize to rails when you don't want to in this game, and then when you do want to, it doesn't work. I swear.
I was gonna say, normally they're pretty magnet heavy, like they try to pull you in.
Yeah, I was really surprised that one didn't work. Okay.
Like a Sonic game.
So here is here's the shortcut. We bounce off of that, get a wall ride on here, and then jump. Whoa! I did not mean to get
You hit the
that
ring.
bounce. Okay, but you get the
That's
idea.
4 coins, who cares?
Yeah.
Now you've got 20 coins
I'm
at the
already
end
at
of
20.
lap 1. That's insane.
I'm sorry, I'm still not sure what I just watched there.
It's even a little bit hard to describe, but yeah, this shortcut made the rounds on social media right after this game came out because it's just so ridiculous. Hopefully you'll get to see it 2 more times. You'll actually get to see this one where I charge jump to clear this gap and actually land on this rail. There we go. Ooh.
Very nice. Very tight turn.
Yes. I don't need to cycle items. I already have 20 coins, so I'm just gonna keep this banana. I'm a monkey ball runner. I'm a fan of bananas.
Ooh, banana.
I really love
Exactly.
bananas.
Alright, here it is again. There we go. A little bit cleaner that
Time
time.
no ring, so it's a little lower on the landing. Allows you to
Yeah.
control and take that turn tighter.
And also just generally airtime in this game is not necessarily fast unless you're like doing something with it, like a wall ride. So yeah, if we often don't want airtime if we can help it.
We picked up a donation in the meantime, and I'm a big fan of this one. I'm a big fan of this one. Seldom Seen Kid donates $5 towards Sidestepper. Let's go. That's my boy. That's Sidestepper's my boy. And Seldom Seen Kid says, I saw a Twitch chatter go, I'm going $5 mode, and they donated $5 to help unlock the Mario Kart World all question mark panels bonus run and support trans lifeline. So chat, can we go $5 mode? I would love it if we could go $5 mode here. Get on that train. That train's gonna be leaving by the time we get down to Rainbow Road, so... Because that's when we get one more character switch, if I remember correctly. So let's get on that train. Let's go $5 mode. Everybody go $5 mode. We basically, we're almost there.
Thank you, SSK. Good friend of mine. Shout out to SSK. Also getting married soon. So can we get a congratulations, SSK, in chat? Or
Yeah.
in donation?
Ooh, congratulations.
Dino Jungle. Another track that I'm really glad was brought back. And yet another track that's really fun to play. I keep saying this.
We keep saying this.
It's so fun to drive.
They did a good job. And
The track designers really cooked in this game. You can grind this dinosaur.
Yeah.
It just has a rail on its back for some reason, so that's the
I mean,
second
it's
time
cool,
I made
though.
that mistake, and I need to not jump into the wall like that. I'm like thinking that, oh, I can like, trick to the right off the rail and grind the rail again. That's not how that rail works. I need to stop trying it. Okay, is there anything else that I haven't discussed yet? Oh, I know why. I haven't discussed Victory animation lengths.
Oh,
Yes, that's
God.
a thing. This game has differing lengths of victory animations for each character. I'm not joking, and that's another reason why Swoop is optimal, because Swoop has one of the shortest ones in the game. I'm 100% serious.
Yup.
And it is timed, it does matter. So, you know, just another little quirk about this game. Another thing that makes Swoop optimal. I looked into playing as Parabidiba, because, you know, same stats and everything. But Parabidiba's animation is ever so slightly longer. I'm talking like a few tenths of a second longer, and it adds up to 5 seconds lost over the course of the whole run. It's so silly. So unfortunately, depending on the character you use, not only could their stats be worse, but also you could just be losing time to animation lengths, and it's honestly annoying. I don't love that that's included in the time. I don't think it should be. But hey, that's what the community has decided, and it is very funny. It is a very funny tidbit, so.
You know what else the community has started to decide?
I'm interested in what the community is deciding. I need some more water.
Well, Argo Otter donates $5 towards Nabbit and says, $5 mode hype! Then Mr. _ Shasta donates $5 towards my boy Sidestepper and says, I'm going $5 mode!
The
That's fine,
$5
okay.
mode.
And then
I almost
Keith
went to the wrong track.
Ian Keith donates $5 towards my boy Sidestepper and says, I saw Twitch chat go, I'm going $5 mode, and donate $5 to Trans Lifeline to see an all question mark panels fun.
Peas my gut. Okay. Far Away Oasis has one of the more obvious feather cuts in the game, so I'm going to be cycling items, try and get a feather. Coins are good too. Coins are very good. I will take the coins. This is also a rather technical track, especially like sort of this midsection. We get to do that. It's cool. And then get on this rail, hop off to the left, right here, just to get on this upper section, so I get to avoid some water driving. Okay. Hey, there's a feather. Perfect. And now I get to show you the feather cut here. Just hop over this barrier, like so.
Yeah.
And that's Far Away Oasis. Yeah, I don't think I have too much to say for the rest of this. I'd have to look away from my screen. I was gonna say, like, I can try to count how many tracks are left, but I have to look away from my screen to look at my splits to do that. So, between tracks, I'll count that, and I'll let y'all know how much time you have left to unlock that milestone. Any more announcements?
We'll take a quick peeksy here. We are absolutely trying to get to that $17,500 mark. We are less. We just picked up another $5. We're at $16,265, so we got $1,235 to go. We are making our way there. We need everybody's help. If you can, please go $5 mode. At least, unless you don't, you want to pay for a few extra train tickets along the way. I won't argue. I'm not arguing. Just saying.
Everything helps.
Cypress donates $5 and says it's $5 in time.
It sure is.
Thank you so much for that.
Okay. After this, I'm going to actually check how many tracks are left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 tracks left after this one. So we're starting to run out of time. That is...
6 tracks left. That's not a lot of time. What, 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, something like that. It's like 20% of the run, I believe. So...
Yep, 20%.
Yeah, I'd say something like 15 minutes or so. It's probably a good estimate. Maybe slightly less. Yeah, probably about 15.
15 minutes. And, I mean, keep in mind, everybody, that you still have a chance to change who we play as for the final track, if I do remember correctly, right? For
Yes.
Rainbow Road specifically?
Absolutely. That is the last time I will be possibly switching characters, right before Rainbow Road. So you have about 10 minutes to decide that.
10 minutes left to decide who we're going to play as on Rainbow Road. Nabbit right now still out in front at 484. Shy Guy at 386. Swoop is at 201, finally clearing that 200 mark. And my boy Sidestepper, we hanging in there. We got $30 on Sidestepper. It says, let's go. If you want to snipe that, I mean, this is the time. Let's do it. JD Puppy donates $10 towards Swoop. Says, let's get a $10 donation trade from everyone in chat. Seriously, if we all band together and send in $10, we will meet that milestone incentive. And let's get more marathon. Go Helix, you're doing great.
Thank you. I try. Get rid of that banana. Feather is useful on this track as well, but other than that, there's really not much happening. I have arranged these tracks in such a way that the last few, there's not much for me to explain, especially, you know, since we've gone over the basics. Part of this is just because that's how I play them in my PB, and I want the easier tracks later, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, you kind of get a little bit of the pressure off.
Yeah. I do the same thing in all panels. If we reach all panels, poor Ian Keith here is not gonna get to speak for like 10 minutes. I just have to yap for so long.
Yeah.
Time for me to rest my voice and drink more water. Whatever will I do? Oh, right, drink water. But in order to get there, we do need everyone's help. That $10 train would go a long ways, folks. Every little bit will push us towards that number.
You will not be disappointed, I promise you. I cannot sell that run enough. If you want to see something you've never seen before in a Mario Kart game, this is your chance. I should not have thrown that banana there. Especially because it was lap 3, I could have just put it behind me. I'm not gonna play this track again, whatever.
Oh, minor details, minor details.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Donate to hydrate me. I mean...
5 left.
We got this. Everybody's got this.
No,
Chalk out Mountain. So, I have to be careful on this track because these charging chucks are absolutely popping off. They're football fans on a Sunday night. Like, they're a rowdy bunch. So, they're throwing footballs. They're jumping all over the place. I gotta be careful.
Why would they do that?
That's what they do.
I don't know. They're excited. Or maybe they're mad because they weren't in the character bid war.
I was gonna say they happen to be in Mario Kart World, but yeah, that works too.
Well, maybe if they weren't so busy throwing footballs, while we're busy getting more donations, Seth Highwind donates $10 towards Swoop and says, I'll jump on the donation train. Always enjoy watching you, Helix, whether you're breaking Monkey Ball or showing off some amazing shortcuts I had no clue existed. It is just a blast watching you do what you do.
Speaking of shortcuts, here's a disc, just a little super mini turbo to cut through the off-road there. If I slow down too much in the mud, I literally, like, it's like a fallout. I drown in the mud and Lackadaisical is picking up. So it's very important that I do that properly, or else I'll drown in the mud.
That is.
And I would not do that to poor Shy Guy. Poor Shy Guy does not deserve a fate such as that. I didn't mean to use that feather, but it wasn't the worst thing in the world, so it's fine. Oh, okay. Anyway, yes, thank you. Yeah, the shortcuts in this game are unbelievable. There's so much creativity that the mechanics in this game allow for.
Oh yeah, and the tech in this game is so ridiculous. I'm sitting here going, I don't know if I could even, like, race people in this game. There's so much going on, let alone that all question mark panels run. We really, really, really want to see that. I actually may or may not have just bought 5 tickets for that $10 train, because I really want to see this. I know y'all really want to see this, but the clock is really ticking. We need all the help we can get. Every little bit is going to add up together, and it all goes towards an incredibly important cause. Let's hit 17,500, please. Let's do this.
I know we can. I said it at the beginning of this run. I've seen this community do some incredible things. Okay, Kaka Mountain on to Crown City. We are down to just 4 races left and 3 races left for you to change my character one more time. Whether you want to keep it a Shy Guy, whether you want to see Swoop return, whether you want to see Nabbit finally burst onto the scene as they've been threatening to do, or whether somehow, some way, our little guy sidestepper can make one of the biggest bid war comebacks I've ever seen. I don't know. There's still time, but not much.
We did get $10 from FBL towards Nabbit, just saying, I just can't say no to Ian Keith. Choo choo! That is so sweet of you to say, and thank you so much for that donation. Hopping on that train, and keeping this battle up, keeping it very interesting on that character bid war. Nabbit trying to pull away. Shy Guy just over $100 behind. $494 for Nabbit, $386 for Shy Guy. It's a $108 difference. Swoop hanging in at 221. My boy Sidestepper still in there, still in that fight. Sidestepper got 80 bucks. Sidestepper not out of it. We got this.
Hey, that's closer than it was for Sidestepper. Sidestepper's making progress.
Return to Crab.
Return to Crab. Oh, what was I saying? There was something I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I was trying to get some motion tricks off the curves and it was just not happening, so, you know. Crown City, another moment where I get to plug all question mark panels, because this track has 10 question mark panels on it as opposed to the 5 that every other track has. So if you like Crown City, if you want to see me explore Crown City, there's plenty of that in store if we hit that milestone.
I mean, this is a very neat, okay, I need to bump in for a moment.
Yes.
we might know who's winning the character bid war.
Okay.
So, Sonic Mega drops in a little donation for Nabbit.
Oh,
I'm gonna read the comment first.
okay.
Trans individuals are all around us. They are our teachers, our mentors,
I'm
our
one.
friends.
Okay.
And today, they need our help, love, and support now more than ever. Today, reach out to a trans person you know and tell them how much they mean to you. Fight on for trans rights. And Sonic Mega donates $1,000.
That was all to Nabbit?
All to
That was all
Nabbit.
to Nabbit, by the way.
Oh, okay.
By the way, the other thing I want to say, you know how far we are away now?
I was gonna say, that's gotta get us really close now, right? To the milestone?
$155.
あ、残り少なくなってまいりましたが。
Thank you so much for
Okay.
that.
There are
And,
3 races left.
お、
Nab-
あれ
Nabbit's back.
なんか1000ドルぐらい入ってない
There's
いきな
about
り。
8 minutes left in this round, and Abbott really is back. Thank you so much for that donation and for those kind words. That, I mean, absolutely.
しかも、
myself. Fun
取
little
ってに1000ドルぐらい入ってないかこれ。
Nailed it. And that's the most interesting thing that goes on in this track.
Yay!
This is one of the few tracks in this game that I actively don't like. I just
そうですね。取ってん今1504ドルになってますね。多分誰かが一気に1000ドルぐらい入れてると思う。サイドステッパーも一応90ドル入ってますね。よかった。サイドステッパーを愛してくれる人もいる。
Yeah, there's some coins here. Like that's cool. There's a feather that I can use here.
We got time for a couple more.
Yeah, absolutely.
'Cause
多分
we are sneaking up on it.
この量だったらもう750、いや700じゃない。あと、まあ大体200ドルちょっと集まりそうですね。
What's Sidestepper at right now?
90.
おそらくパネル
Can get to 100.
ラ
By
ン
the time I
の
switch characters, I will at least show them.
インセンティブが達成されるかと思います。
I won't play as
と
them if they're not in the lead, but I will at least show them.
多分達成されたら使用キャラクターは取ってになるのかな。
$10 towards Nabbit, says we can do it. Mr. Underscore Shasta donates $5 towards Sidestepper, says all right everyone, see here's
Donkey
how
Kong要素だ。
Sidestepper can still win.
What?
聞いたらハンマーの音が聞こえる。
Okay.
Wait, no, Sidestepper's at 120. Let's go.
Yes. All right, I will at least show Sidestepper on the character selection screen.
めっちゃ
Beach is the last race before I'm
寄
switching.
付額に目いってたけど、ドンキーコング
Um,
モチーフのステージがあるんですね。
I don't know. Look, this
Easy.
track is 5 laps of pretty much going around in a circle. So, hey, Ian Keith, take it away.
We got $25 for Sidestepper from Starwind X9 that just says trans rights heart. Yes. Thank you so much for all of these donations. We are $55 away from hitting that incentive. I am so
これは
Come on, chat, we're right there.
もう達成するかな。あと100ドル。
25. I can't even count. I forgot how to do math.
サイドステッパーに100ドル入りましたね。
I can't count either, and that's been established.
100ドル
Oh,
You're not
oh
the
my
only one.
goodness. Oh my
100ドルは
goodness.
入ってないか。
Climbing, y'all. We got $50 from I Swim Fly says
170ドルなんで、
Wait, that's not
いや
not
計算するのはいい
I
や。
guess I'll have to wait till next run.
でも多分80ドルぐらい入ったのかな。
Sidestep and let's go. Swoop gets $10 more from Frasbright and says, I do not have a strong opinion on this track, but I'm contributing nonetheless.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was asking for.
Exactly. It's
The
perfect.
bit worked.
Good bit, good bit.
Go.
好きなキャラクターがいます。
Oh my goodness, $45 away. We are so close.
That's. I don't even have anything to
ここからは
say. There's something about the way,
割と
the speed at which donations come in at the end of marathons like this that just
周回数が4回とか6回とか
especially with it being toward a cause.
そういうところもあるんですね。
It's such an important cause, and this community shows out in the best way for it. Oh, we got another one by the way.
Alright,
We got another one by the
Ooh,
way.
alright. Give me one moment because it's time to reveal. Well, it's Nabbit, surely, right?
So
もうここでキャラクター変えちゃうのかな。
More come in. I just want to say, let me get a couple out here.
あと2ステージですが、
In the meantime, I gotta find them anyway.
Yeah, because Gleandre
え
$25
Oh,
to sidestep.
what?
That's my boy. Says, do the thing. $30 from Vale towards sidestepper. No comment,
What?
none needed, because that is what put us over 17,500.
サイドステッパーサイドステッパーなのか。
Let's go.
Amazing. Thank you all.
トッテンでした。
Wow. So yes, it's Nabbit though, right? It's Nabbit.
あ、でもなんかこっから一気にサイドステッパーに票が入る可能性がある。
$1,504. In second place was Shy Guy at 386.
今どんどんサイドステッパーの
231. How about my boy Sidestepper?
ビットが増えていく。
5.
今カニが熱い。
Hey, Sidestepper made quite the surge there at the end though. That's my goat.
さあ残り2ステージですね。
Last
とまず
track
は。
of the run, but not.
で、おそらくもうこの後
Thankfully. I don't think I've ever played as Nabbit in this game. So here we go.
2ステージ ?1 ステージじゃね。これでラストか。
4 minutes of
そうですね、さっきが3、4、14ステージだったよな。
tracks in the history of the series.
あれ、ダメだ。わかんなくなってしまっ
Very
た。
stunning. And hey, keep those donations coming in because there is absolutely more time to read them. It's very visually impressive, but gameplay-wise, I don't have much to say. So
Yeah.
keep giving Ian Keith stuff to read, please.
Let's hear it from my boy Sidestepper one more time. Got his screen time, almost got out of 4th place. You know, I feel that. I feel that. Also, shout outs in chat pointing out Nabbit with a steel chair. That sounds appropriate.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the thinking behind including Sidestepper was meme potential in the bid war, right? And that is what ended up happening, just maybe not in the way that we predicted.
Tonight
It
we
worked,
are
though.
all Sidestepper.
お、届くんだね。
Yeah, that there was like the one shortcut in this track. There's like one other thing that I guess I can talk about when it comes out, and I'm already at 20 coins. Okay, I don't care about items anymore.
There you go.
Yay.
But just look how beautiful this track is.
It's so
Oh
pretty.
my goodness.
We get
I
to see.
haven't gotten to play this game before, so seeing this, this is. They done good.
They certainly take advantage of the Switch 2 hardware, I can say that much.
Yep.
Oh,
Could
absolutely.
you imagine this on a Switch 1?
No.
No, you can't. Me either.
Well, I mean, I can imagine some of the frames.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a very good way of putting it.
that sounds about right.
Hey, by the way, hey chat. Since we did 17.5, you think we can do 18? I want to
Absolutely do 18.
While all the upper staffers are like busy getting ready and stuff. Hey, let's make it to 18. Do it from a boy sidestep.
Let's. While all the upper staffers are busy getting ready for finale things, let's just keep them up as long as possible and raise as much money as possible.
True.
Sorry, friends, I'm not letting you go to bed.
Oh, by the way, we do have one more bid war. By the way, one more bid war to end all bid wars.
Okay.
Who is our best fake food sponsor of the marathon? We've got a
We're
lot
doing it.
of options here.
Yeah.
We got Taco Bell, Arby's, Spin and Trout, McDonald's, Burger King, Panera Bread, Wendy's, Starbucks, Pizza Mutt, Corn Dog King. 10 different options. One will be on top. Whose cuisine will reign supreme?
Good bit. Thank you
Good bit.
so much, staff, for humoring me. Personally, I'm going to Taco Bell after this, I think.
なん
So
か
Oh, Taco Bell always sounds good. We already
いろんな作品のレインボーロードの要素を抽出した感じで楽しいですね。
JD Puppy donates $10 towards Arby's. Hey, they got the meats and says the real sidestepper are the friends we made along the way. Trans rights.
trans rights.
Trans rights.
Late night Taco Bell hits different.
I wish I could play as sidestepper in all panels.
I mean,
I
nothing's
won't.
stopping you?
Well, okay, so for one, I actually don't know if sidestepper is unlocked from the start. For two, stats might really mess me up. It's really important, actually, in that run.
Remember, that's the game's fault.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, all panels has like 2 viable characters, but one is just
いろんな
choice.
yes.
いろんなロゴが画面を侵食してきた。
And we are coming up on the end of Rainbow Road. But thankfully, thanks to your donations, not the end of this incredible event. Time comes up when I hit the finish line in just a few seconds here. How fitting is it that I have a feather? I don't know why that's fitting, but it is. And time.
Yay.
Ah.
Jeez.
GG でした。
All 30 tracks. Assuming
Yeah,
I
but what
didn't
are you
miss one,
doing?
I'm pretty sure I didn't. Okay.
そして、GG とともにですね、寄付額がマイルストーンの目標金額の17,550
Okay. Oh, hold on. I need to see what's going on here.
You should.
ドルだったっけ
It looks
Let's
Good
達
bit.
成したので、
What have you? So I've hosted.
この後、
So I've hosted the finale once before for Fastest Furs. This was.
パネルラン
I don't remember what game.
を
it
披露
was,
す
but
る
it
っぽい
was.
です。
It was during the checkboard meme, and the layout just
Oh,
got
God.
covered in those.
どこまで回収するのかはちょっとわからないんですが、
Oh, and now I accidentally unmuted, and now I'm hearing myself, and I don't want to be hearing myself. Okay, let me actually
the
keep things moving.
it's the classic. Nobody wants to hear their own voice, but what we do want to hear is more donations.
Yes, go for it. I need to make sure I have a save file.
Cycrus donates $45 towards Paco Bell. Thank you so much for that. We are pushing towards 18K. I'd love to see that. That'd be really cool. And says sidestepping, or perhaps speed stepping, our way towards 18K. Let's go to Paco Bell. They got the beans.
Okay,
Love it. Love it. I love all of these so much.
these are
And,
very entertaining.
Toolbox donates $10 towards Panera Bread and says, amazing work shattering this boundary. Let's get a bread bowl tomato soup to celebrate.
Alright, I am actually gonna
Honestly,
I'm gonna open my
tomato
all
soup's
panel splits here,
really
so
good
I
right
actually
now.
can keep track of what the heck is happening. Start a bit of a local recording because this is the category that there is a chance of me actually PBing in. It would be very surprising, but there is a chance. It would have to be a ridiculous run. So with that said, it's all 150 panels in the game. We must start from a new file because, they're collectibles. So if I start from an existing file, then I already have some of them and defeats the whole purpose, right? So time starts after the first load. I'll call it out. It's a little bit weird. There is a reason. So I'm gonna load into this new file and forget to start my splits, which means I won't have the timer for when to call out time. Let's try that again. Load into the new file and don't forget to start my splits this time. There we go. Okay, so
Minor
this
details.
starts from a new file. Also, and time starts so soon. It starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Because when you start
あ、
the
ニ
game,
ューゲーム
you
か
have
ら
free roam, and so Mario will drive
始め
around
る
a
と。
little bit just on, like on the title screen and such. And so if we didn't start time like right
という
now,
ことで
he、could
オー
literally
ル
drive
パネル
closer
ズ
to a panel
グッドラッ
before
クです。
you officially started the timer, and that would be boring, and nobody would want to do that. So that's why it starts when it does. Which means what's included in the time is me switching character to Parabidibud and choosing the Mock Rocket. Again, high handling, high acceleration, just like the last run. So Parabidibud, my goat, Mock Rocket.
We hinted at it at the start too, but she's actually going to keep smart
カートと
steering
で見た
on
顔が
the
出てきた。
start here, as opposed to turning it off, because smart steering enables a little bit of weird tech later on.
Yes,
We're
it
gonna
actually
get to
comes up
see.
pretty
最初の
quick.
パネルをゲットしましたね。
You'll see it on, I
と
believe, the third level here. So
こ
here
っちはあんま雰囲気で見れないからマジで何もわかんないけど。
again, just bouncing off of things like poles, pipes. Do it again right here. Also, rewinding.
おー、リワンドで。これは開始扱いになるんですね。
Track also is helpful if I just mess something up. And now I'm going to map
なん
warp
か
away before getting this panel. Don't panic, it's alright. Because,
さっき説明した感じ、50パネルズとか言ってたような気がしたので、
at the bottom of the
50
screen,
個集めるのかな。
city, I activated the last panel while warping away. So you're gonna see me do that pretty much every track. Just to
カテゴリーはオールハテナということにはなってますが、
which has
果たして
10 panels, as I mentioned earlier, as opposed to just 5 like every other track. I rerouted this track relatively recently, so actually, you might not have seen this yet. I don't know.
Well, I had theorized this a while back. I just couldn't make it work.
あ、150。全部集めるのは150。なるほど。じゃあ150なのか？
Bit of a long
Now you
rewind,
get to keep all your
unfortunately.
items.
Yes, and that's actually a great thing to talk about, is if you rewind to before you got an item, you get the item back. So I get to use these triple mushrooms like 4 different times because of that, which is really nice.
トリックも決めていく。
That panel that's on the wall, that jump is harder than it looks. I'm really glad I hit that.
Yeah, very nice.
Rewind back up onto the rooftops, and I'm going to jump off to the side here. Land on a car, apparently. Wow, how talented am I?
Take that, car.
で、さっき飛んだ先にもあったので、
Try to
これも
jump
回
off
収。
here onto this roof. Go into the parking garage, just kind of thread the needle in there. Get this, and then jump out of the parking garage, which gets us closer to our last 2 panels. Charge jump and object boost off of this tree. Grab this. Whoa, there is a bunch of traffic in my
Bus.
way. Oh my
Bus.
goodness.
Car.
Bus. Alright.
Oh, game on.
Mushroom through the off-road there. Charge jump onto here. Bounce around on this rail for a bit, and that is Crown City. Absolutely ridiculous. That went pretty well, actually. Okay, Koopa Troopa Beach, and this is the first instance of
これ、
what I like to call a...
ちょうど目の前にパネルがある状態で、
So,
ファストトラベルする
normally,
と、
if you're about to run into a wall, you know, you just kind of
取った扱いになってくれるんですね。
If you have smart steering on, it kind of slides you around and tries to stop you from bonking
ちょ
into
っ
a
としたテ
wall.
クニックが。
That allows us to charge a jump while that's happening. Normally, if you have too little speed, you cannot do a charge jump. But the little sliding around next to the wall that smart steering causes
EST がしれっと32分にな
helps
って
us
る
have
の
enough
で、
speed to do a charge jump.
多分全部集めるのかな。
Squeeze out a charge jump.
このペースだったら、この EST のは全部集める感じがするぞ。
On this track for a little bit of an optimization, but especially on this track, DK Spaceport. So check this out. I'm gonna
So let's
pretty
do
much
an
just
impossible
immediately
さっき、
go to this wall and just
ちょっ
do
とあんまちゃんと見えなかったドンキーコングオマージュステージ
I'm
が。
going to quit free roam and that's the run. GG. No.
Hey, wait.
That was a quit warp. It just puts me closer to the next panel, saves some travel time instead of having to drive all the way over there. Essentially,
一回出て
every time you quit
別のところ
free
に
roam, you'll be put in
行きやすくしたの
a
かな。
location. Kinda close to where you are, and so we can use that in a couple different spots to just get ourselves a little bit closer to the next panel.
ファストトラベルで出たところと、一回リセットして最初に走ってるところは
gameplay, but now
違うのか。
some opportunity to talk about items. Items. You might notice I'm getting mushrooms, which I was not able to do in the 30 tracks run. In free roam, you are able to get 5 different items: single mushroom, triple mushroom, golden mushroom, star, and feather. So just a lot of really good movement items, essentially, and that helps make this run even more fast-paced, even more fun. There is a little bit of item RNG because of that, and I'll try to point out. Whoa, I almost completely whiffed that. Whoops. I'll try to point out when the items really matter. So we're in the rails here to get up to the top of DK Spaceport, get our final panel there, and now we're moving on to Whistle Stop Summit, which has a really important glide. It's like kind of a shortcut. It's hard to describe anything as a shortcut here because, like, obviously I'm not playing the actual tracks. Just kind of going wherever and getting these panels as quickly as I can. But I need to, first of all, I need that dash food, and I need that
Dash
mushroom.
food, yeah.
Yep, very intentional to get those 2 items, because I need these items to help me out once I get to this glide ramp. Very soon here, right after I get this 3rd panel. Slow down, make sure I don't fall off. Alright, trick off of it, use the item, use the item. I need some speed items to give me just a little bit of a boost. I'm also going to take a wall ride here. Ooh, okay, no, that didn't actually quite work. Let's try that again. Thank you, rewinds. I need these items to give me just enough of a boost to make it up to where I'm trying to go. If you don't have any items,
ちょっとしたテクニックをやってる感じする。
Yeah, this
ブー
is
ス
one
ト
of the
で
trickier-
届
There you go.
いた。
Yeah,
Very trickier early game strats.
It's very tricky. It's a very tricky jump to make, and I actually got the worst possible items I could have gotten to. Any item combo would have been better than mushroom into can.
Yeah, it's
So
worth
let's-
pointing out that the dash foods have different tiers as well of how much of a boost they give you. So like depending on which can of soda you get or which bag of chips you get.
こう
you
パネル
get
探しを苦戦されてる方も
I believe there's only
この動きを真似し
Yeah,
て
there are 3. There's what
取っ
I
てみ
like
て
to
は
call
いかがで
small,
しょうか。
medium, and large food items. The can is a small food item, so it gave me the smallest possible boost. It's actually
で
less
きるか
than
どうかは
uh,
わかりません。
Yeah, the smallest dash food item gives about a second, a medium gives about 2 seconds of boost, and large gives about 3 seconds of boost, which is more than a mushroom. The medium one's about the same as a mushroom. You cannot use these food items to dodge blue shells, but otherwise they work very similarly to mushrooms. Yeah, so there is literal food RNG in this game. It's very funny.
Yep.
Okay, and then on to Shy Guy Bazaar, a very technical track, lots of rail grinding, just like in the 30 tracks run, except we're going to be doing something a little bit different with it. I'm going to go off to the side here, get on this rail. This is a fairly difficult jump that I'm going to be going for. Hop off this.
Oh.
Nice, made it.
Very
Needed
nice.
to control my speed and positioning just enough there, and then we're going to do some rail grinding.
So yeah, welcome to Free Roam Open World Mario Kart Collectathon.
Yes.
This category is awesome, in case you haven't noticed in the first few tracks, but we got a little bit of downtime during the rails.
This track is a very good example of just how much freedom you have in this category. You just kind of go everywhere. Whoa, whoops.
Oh.
Let's try that one
Uh-oh.
again.
This is such a neat thing to have in a racing game.
It's so cool. I tried to get a mini turbo there and it didn't come out. There we go. Alright. Yeah, like, I don't know how else to describe it other than just, it's very cool. Oh, I'm a little bit out of order here. I was supposed to go to... Ooh, this is actually important for me not to go to Wario Stadium right now. The one time it's actually consequential. I'll explain why in a little bit. I need to go to Airship Fortress specifically right now. You're gonna see another smart steering jump right here. If I'm forgetting route or if I'm rusty on anything, it's because I just played a completely different category for 80 minutes first. That's not even like an excuse. That is the actual reason.
Hey, look,
This
yeah,
category.
Hi, Nabbit.
Yeah, there's Nabbit. This category is very difficult, and if I want to like compete for a top time, I need to be very practiced up. It's hard, and there's a lot to remember. So we got the first 2. Unfortunately, got to take kind of a slow glide over to our 3rd panel here. We've been trying to route this to make it a little bit... I rewinded too early. We've been trying to route this to make it a little bit faster, and it just hasn't happened yet. But yeah, big shout out to all the people who have done routing work on this, because it has been absolutely a big community effort. So we're wrapping up with Airship Fortress, and now I need to talk about Wario Stadium. So, in Wario Stadium, first of all, the start recently got rerouted by Suikoto, and it's very difficult now. Go over here, grab this. This jump is extremely annoying. Okay, we should be good now. I mean, the crane is also annoying here. I gotta go up this crane to get this next panel. It's just on the wall there. I almost overshot, but not quite. Okay, that's good. That's good. And then into the pipe, and I'm gonna do another quit warp really soon. The reason I'm doing this quit warp...
どうやらもうすでにオールピーチコインズも
For the standard reason I would do a quit warp,
オールピースイッチミッションも
also because it
何人か奏者はいらっしゃいますね。
in Toad's Factory, the
ピースイッチに関しては
cycle that resets when you
一番短い記録でも5時間という5時間5時間52分という長丁場なのでなかなかハードルは高いですが、他にもいろんなカテゴリーがすでに作られてますね。
Hopefully everything goes well. There is another cycle to worry about here, a tractor, a bulldozer cycle. I keep calling it a tractor for some reason. Okay, I got a good cycle. That's on a global cycle. That is not influenced by the quit warp. So I just kind of have to hope I
ミラーモード、ミラーカップなのか、解禁するまでのカテゴリーとか多岐にわたっているので、よければ皆さんもいろいろ見てみてはいかがでしょうか。
But it's cool and it's very fun to explain. I'll give it that.
And the quit warp still helps.
Oh, I am supposed to charge a jump, but somehow I got a drift there. Yes, and that quit warp, like, we were going to do that quit warp anyway, so it just works out. Especially because Wario Stadium on the map is really close to Toad's Factory. So it's very natural to go to Toad's Factory right after that. And I'm not done yapping because after this is Choco Mountain, which has
今更だけど、このカテゴリーのハテナって、ハテナパネルを集めるってことですね。なんか、数字のことだと、数字か、もしくは、なんか、すべてみたいなニュアンスを言ってるのかと思って勘違いしてましたね。失礼しました。
One more panel, and I'm gonna try to slow down just enough and angle my cart in such a way that I bonk off of this sign onto this panel. That's a Willy Bonka. It's
As long as you
so-
get onto the ledge, it's cool, but that's
Yes.
it's a really tough strat to get that bounce properly and onto that platform.
It's so
cool.
ridiculously precise. I've also found it's harder with smart steering enabled. But it's
I believe
definitely
that.
faster to keep smart steering on for the duration of the run, so I just have to deal with it and find a way to do it regardless. Very tough. Okay, on to Peach Stadium. This also recently got rerouted. There's gonna be a lot of tricks here, lots of movement, but I think I'm gonna give myself a breather and let Ian Keith take over for the duration of this track.
Okay, hey, I get to say hello again, everybody, and good to say hello to Risuru and all your raiders. Welcome on in, and I see you have noticed the Wengeese logo, one of 10 one of 10 fast food options we have for a little impromptu bonus bid war as we go through our final run of the marathon. We had a couple more donations for that in the meantime. Ketoxis donates $15 and says, "Trans rights beans. It's in the maw." For Paco Bell. And then Anonymous donates $10 towards McDonald's and goes, "Burger King is my fave design, but I find myself strangely drawn to McDonald's for some reason." But yes, we have a whole bid war going on as far as what is your favorite food sponsor? Paco Bell has got a strong lead right now with $60. Arfie's, McDonald's, and Pawnera are all on the board. The others still waiting to catch up. We don't got a lot of marathon left though. Maybe what, 25 minutes? Was it 38? Or 32? Okay, so less than 20 minutes.
I was gonna say you have... Yeah, less than 20, closer to 15 probably minutes. So,
and I still
I really want to see how high we can push that total. Okay, I do need to yap again here. This particular where am I going? I had so much speed. Oh my goodness. This particular panel, this is taking forever. This particular panel, if I did not have smart steering, I could just bonk into that wall and it would count. But because I have smart steering and it's trying to get me not to bonk into the wall, I actually have to do like a charge jump or something there. And I maybe didn't help things by using that mushroom and giving myself that much speed. Anyway, onto Dino Jungle. This one is also... This has a particularly ridiculous ending. There's a lot of rewinding in it as well, so I'm gonna quick veer left here. Oh, is that our first star of the entire run? It might be. That's really
think that
funny.
is, yeah.
I think it is. That's hilarious. That's good, because star is like maybe the worst item that I could possibly get in this run. It depends on the situation.
How you lost the star there. If you rewind to a point where you were like rolling the item box lottery, you will not get the item back. You
That
have
was a motion trick. I did not mean to trick.
Rewinding to get items back is a little bit precise in the sense of it has to be when you have the item already in your.
まあ、おおむね ESC 的には半分といった感じですかね。
And
And
there's
at the
the
same
cool
time,
ending. Right.
Not when you're rolling an item box, because otherwise it won't give it back to you. 'Cause
Yeah.
It doesn't know you have it yet. Oh boy, time for my favorite.
Basically, if you rewind to before you obtained the item, it will remove the item, which makes sense. Okay. So here is I whiffed. That's funny. Let's just rewind to before this item set. I think.
That was kind of an instance of it.
And I actually got a worse item there. That's hilarious.
Not
Thank
the
you. brother.
feather.
It's like one of the, one of the only items there. The only item there that could have made that happen. That's hilarious. Slow down a bunch here. Drop down to this layer. And then there's something really technical I'm going to be going for right at the end of this track. It's a pipe skin that Icewind helped me theorize not long ago, like a week ago maybe
Yeah, this was like a week ago.
This is very recent. This is, I think, the most recent strat in the run. Gonna hold accelerate, not trick. Tap left, not go in that pipe.
ああ、これトリックしちゃうと良くないのかな。
And then slow down as much as I can.
速度が出すぎて
Almost.
取りすぎちゃう。
I have to kind of just improv this now. All right, there we go. We got it in the end. That I think went about even with going through the pipe still. So okay, and then Peach Beach. This has, I believe, the first instance of map warp mid-track. So I'm gonna get these first 3 panels, and then I'm just gonna map warp. Cata launch for fun.
Yeah, big cataclysm.
Yay!
And then grab this. Then map warp back to the start of Peach Beach. Remember, I can map warp. Ooh, free mushrooms. Don't mind if I do. Remember, I can map warp before I collect the panel because I will keep driving while I'm warping away. So it collects the panel while I'm warping, which is very nice. Go here and get this. Triple mushrooms is great. Perfect item to have for this jump. This skips another pipe. There we go. Alright. And then that will be the end of Peach Beach. And then if I'm not mistaken, we now have what I always consider the 2 most difficult tracks in the run, Salty Salty Speedway and Cheap Sheep Falls. These have multiple difficult jumps in them. They're very technical. There's the first one, where I specifically held away from the wall to not get a wall ride there. I need to go through the waterfall. Super cool spot. I popped off when I found that panel casually. I have incredible items here. Oh my goodness.
ああ、いい景
It's
色
gotta。have something behind the waterfall.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Always.
You can tell it's a good game because there's something behind the waterfall. Okay, I actually need to make sure that I use enough of this golden that I have this mushroom available for the ending cut. Whoa! Okay. Let's try that again. That was me doing a little bit of improv, and I think I used that golden a little bit too early. No, actually that'll work. Okay, that's fine.
It works.
Alright. It's such a rare situation that I didn't really know what to do when it came up. Okay. Using this mushroom for this jump. Alright.
Get the pole and get the question mark block. Awesome.
And then on to Cheap Sheep Falls right away. I'm going for that tree jump that I teased way earlier in the 30 tracks run. Hop off this, over
the tree, jump over the river, and on the rail. Very nice.
Land onto the rail. Perfect. That
The river
is
through the woods.
pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Picture perfect. And now I'm going to bounce over to this seam here. This is not considered off-road, so I can go full speed on it, which is nice. Helps us get over here, do a double wall ride, which is always lots of fun. Grab this panel, and we are not quite done yet. There are 2 more panels to grab. 3, actually. I was wrong. They all come really quick. Here's the first one. Kill as much of my speed as possible to go off this, because I need to just kind of slide in here, get the 4th panel, and then get on this rail, and 5th panel.
5.
Yep. Alright.
Clean.
Oh, okay, up to Moo Moo Meadows. I am specifically looking for a feather from the item box partway through this track. It allows me to do a jump, which saves 4 seconds. I believe it is the single biggest time swing from items in this entire run, is if you get a feather or not here. Feathers, I believe... I'm actually not going to say anything, because I don't want to spread misinformation on the internet. I thought it was one of the more rare items for free roam. I'm actually not certain. But regardless, I didn't get it. Do a fun object boost off of that, and now I get to go around the long way. And then there's one more, like, really technical track coming up right after this, which is Mario Circuit, and then hopefully there will be a little bit of time for Ian Keith to say some more words. So, warm up your vocal cords, because it'll be your time here in a little bit.
Sooner or later.
Yes. Okay. This track, very difficult, very short. First things first, we go and get that one. That's not the hard part. The hard part comes right about now. We go through this pipe. I need to get up to here, and then I want to jump up to the top layer. Oh, I barely got on that rail. Alright. Glad that worked. And then slow down to jump off here, get that panel, rewind, back up, and now jump off with full speed. Go over here, get this panel. Hopefully I got a good item. A single mushroom is okay. At least it wasn't a feather. Feather is the worst item I could have gotten there. Jump up to here and get the last panel. Alright, Dandelion Depth is also pretty quick, but Ian Keith, you have the duration of this track. Go for it.
Some Andy, probably one of my favorite Andys, towards Wengeese, who says, all these fast food places are great and all. Who wants to go to A&W, woo? Now, and part of me was thinking, like, I love some A&W, but then I saw wah woo, and I was thinking, is that like wah wah? And I want both of them now. I am hungrier than ever. However, I'm also hungry to see if we can maybe sneak our way up to that 18,000. So, speak your favorite fake food sponsor in a donation and make me say all sorts of very silly puns about food and furry names.
You have like 8-ish more minutes, I think, to get your donations in. This run is very quickly going to be wrapping up here soon. DK Pass is... there we go, there's that item.
There it is.
I was looking for. DK Pass is pretty cool. Another track that was recently rerouted. We had a little bit... I don't have an item here. That's annoying. I'm really supposed to have an item here to cut this off-road. Whoops. Oh well. It's not the end of the world. We're gonna grab this. We're gonna accidentally use a feather and jump over it.
Very
This
bad
run is,
feather timing.
admittedly not going great, but that's okay. It's content, and it's more time to donate. I did say I was gonna make the tech team stay up forever, so I'm just holding them to it.
Yeah, we could just stop at 149 panels and hang out for a little bit, talk.
Yeah.
Talk about, maybe we can dash some food later.
It's entirely possible that I just missed one somewhere too, and I'm gonna have to go back for it later anyway. I go so fast that I don't always get to verify that I've collected all the panels, so really cool jump through that window. I can.
This
take
whole
mushroom.
track is really cool. Warrior Shipyard
track
is one that
is
you get to explore a lot in free roam, especially when doing
Yeah.
all panels. So it's a really cool one.
Absolutely. I'm actually thinking now about the panel count. I think I did miss a couple. I was at 112 when I left DK Pass. 113 accounting for the one I got while warping, which means I'm already missing 2.
I was gonna say, I think you're missing.
That
2.
is not a multiple of 5.
I was gonna say that
Should be
I don't
4,
want
I
this
think.
game, but that doesn't seem right.
Oh yeah, something's wrong. I missed something somewhere.
Uh-oh.
117.
Turns
Close
out that
enough,
doing
close
this
enough.
run after doing a 30 tracks run is difficult. The more you know.
Playing the same amount of tracks, well, -1, you don't do Rainbow Road in this, but doing it 2 different ways back to back is difficult. Who knew?
If there's
Amazing.
any GDQ Games Committee watching, I did submit with a 30-minute estimate. Presumably I will not be playing this after another run, so I'm actually pretty confident in that one. Please do not take this as indicative. Oh my god, please do not take this as indicative.
Yeah!
That has unfortunately happened
Oh
before.
my God.
I can't even say that hasn't. Content. It's
I love
content.
Sightseer, let's go.
Oh my god. On to Starview Peak, there is actually a pretty cool jump at the beginning of this where I'm going to reverse off of the starting platform here, and then charge a jump, bounce off that tree. Alright, that wasn't exactly what I wanted to happen, but I can do just a little bit of a backup here. Okay. Another instance of a mid-track map warp right here. Okay, and then we're chilling for the next like track and a half. So Ian Keith, please save me from my misery. It's not misery actually, but just say words, please.
just say words, please. I wish I could remember the last time that was ever said to me. Yeah, I would really love to still see if we can get to the 18,000 just for funsies. It's for Trans Lifeline. It's for the content. We have had an absolutely incredible weekend. Tell you what, how about this? Send in a donation and tell me what your favorite moment of this marathon has been. For me, oh god, goodness gracious, there have been so many. I'm stuck between Narpa Sordo lore and the fast food wars of Friday night, and then just 2 speed runs at once in the tap room. But tell me what yours are. Send them in a donation. Let's see if we can, sneak our way up to that 18,000 as we, yes, Dotsky, save Helix from Missouri. The state.
コースに5個ずつあるんですよね。だからレインボーロードにもあるってことなんですか？
Oh no!
So I know what that's like.
I drove through it once.
I actually don't know that I have, which is funny because I'm not that far away from it. Anyway, off track, pun intended. Acorn Heights, pretty specific jump there to get over to that panel. Gonna turn around here, and then do another map warp. Now it's really important which items I get here. I really don't want to see a feather. It's gonna give me a feather now that I've said that. Okay,
Hey!
that's actually fine. Mushroom is fine. And then this dash food is important too. I would love it if it's not a small dash food.
ああ、そうなんですね。ま
That's
あ、
a large.
宇宙にあるからそらそうか。
That's a large stack of pancakes right there. Oh, can we
I
get a
could go for that.
じゃあ、
can we get a pawn on like a breakfast place? just while we're talking about him, you know.
Let's see, which,
全コースに
sponsors has got the best
5個ずつあるのに、
Hold on,
残りのあと5個が。
Yeah. 2 more tracks left until time, by the way.
ああ、最初に10枚あったんですね。なるほど。失礼しました。
Whoa.
多分見逃してるな。
Alright. Gonna fall on that, then rewind back up. Grab.
ちょっとどれがどのコースかも分かってないから、いっか。
Not super
しょうがないね。
consequential, that item, but it does help for it to be a speed item. If you have any, one last announcement here, you can squeeze it in really quick.
I'm just a big fan of both Duck and Donuts and iPop. Both very good selections for breakfast.
Good. Alright, I'm probably gonna yap for the rest of this run because there is one more track.
じゃあもうぼちぼちラストステージが近いのかな。
Yeah.
ステージラストコース。
There we go.
Last panel.
Bowser's Castle. Am I seriously gonna sub 30 this? This run was bad. I'm just gonna be real.
ここがラストかな？
Maybe my 30-minute estimate is
Pajo.
completely accurate. Rewind here after getting this one. Make sure to hold A so I keep accelerating. If you don't hold A, if you're not holding A when you're done rewinding, you just kind of drop where you are with no momentum, which sometimes can be useful, but in that instance is not what I want. Make sure to trick through this pipe so I get a trick boost when I come out of the pipe. 2 more panels. Time is coming up very, very soon.
とコース数を数えてなかったりするんで、どこがね、最後になってるか全く分かってませんが、あ、タイムだそうです。そんな話をしたら終わりましたね。グッドゲームでした。
Well, you missed 2 panels.
最後にホタテンテンが焼かれちゃった。あれ？あれ？なんか逃しがある。どこだ？
What? No, I thought I saw one. Where? Oh, I.
Ah,
what happened?
2つ足りてない。
Oh, you half a.
You
Wait.
you never map
You
work.
did
Are-
3 and then leave?
'Cause no, I must have messed up.
うわ、これは大変だぞ。
Oh.
これ、だってパネルどこかなんて書いてないですもんね。
Oh, I know what happens. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
あー、よかった、
yeah.
1個。
Start, I guess. That's weird.
There
That's
it is.
time. That's actually.
あー、これタイムですね。
Take that. I'm.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Great
So I got
recovery.
the
Great recovery.
other 3. Oh, so I know what I did. I never went down there to get those. I just went up top and then got the 3 that start up top. Okay, that makes sense actually.
Yeah.
So that explains why my time was so much lower than I thought. I didn't do half of this track. Well, alright, lesson learned to myself to definitely not play this.
あー、無事見つかってよかったですね。
Oh my gosh, it's difficult. Thank you for unlocking that, by the way. Thank you so much for it was content. Hey, if nothing else, you can't tell me that wasn't content. If you enjoyed that, if you enjoy Super Monkey Ball speedruns as well, you can find me Helix13 underscore. Don't forget the underscore. It's that's my name on Twitch and YouTube. Helix.midwestspeedfest.com on Blue Sky. Shout out to Midwest Speed Fest as well. Shout out to all the wonderful people behind the scenes here at Fastest Furs. I do a lot of marathon work myself. The stuff is not easy. It's a lot of work. So shout out to everyone working to make it happen. Shout out to you for donating, and shout out to Trans Lifeline. I'm really honored to be the finale of this marathon. That's ridiculous. Honored to be on Games Committee to help the schedule come together. And you know, this cause obviously. I mean, come on, look at that. Very important to me. So, any other words from you, Swimfly?
No, I mean, if you enjoy Monkey Ball content, you can also find me on places, twitch.tv/iswimfly556. Yeah, mostly Monkey Ball content. I play a couple other games. I've been playing some Sea Frog. I'm waiting on a couple other games to come out, but I do enjoy speedrunning, so if you enjoy that sort of content, you can find me there.
Yeah, vouch for Swimfly. I do want to take a quick moment to shout out a bunch of people who worked on routing for this game, actually.
またてんてんも踊っています。
Spoon, Quo, iSalad, Lapis, Nintendo, Basco. I think there are a couple more that I might be forgetting. I definitely just looked at the runs page on SRC and listed them off because, like I said, this entire run is a community effort. Whole lot of just iterating on each other's routes, and so I don't know. I really appreciate that aspect of it. If you want to run this category, by the way, highly recommend it. It's nothing like any other Mario Kart category. It's a whole bunch of fun. So please look into speedrunning free roam because it's really cool and not enough people know it. Okay, that's actually it from me, I think. Thank you so much for having me on as the finale. Ian Keith, you have been a wonderful host. Thank you for just having fun with me up here. Same to you, Swim. Thanks for pitching in on commentary. That would have been really hard to fill all that time by myself. So,
No, it was fun, of course.
I am gonna go get some rest, get some Paco Bell. I hope you all have a great, great night, great finale. I mean, you know, keep supporting trans rights, trans liberation. And I think I'll just end on that note. Good night, everyone. Trans rights.
Bye. Trans rights.
Thank you so much. Trans rights.
はい、お疲れ様でした。 ということで、ファステストファーズフォールフェスト2025の、全スピードラン、全タイトルが終わりましたが、この後ですね、簡単なエンディングとかもございますので、もしかしたらご観覧いただけたらなと思います。それでは、一旦失礼します。